All right. Hello and welcome back again to the only game we have on a Friday night. As you can see here, we do have 3 games down, 3 to go in the Prism League. Starting the catch up. Obviously, Pixel is 5 through, so a little behind here, but we'll get there. And you can see the standings are chaotic as ever. No teams have clinched, no teams have been eliminated. We just got a lot of chaos around the middle, as I'll send out the match info and we'll hopefully get everyone in soon. This game does in fact matter, as if we quickly flash over to our scenarios, you can see that a lot of the paths have been cut down. However, for a lot of these teams, they're now reliant on this game. If Miami win, none of these teams will clinch this week. Barring something, because if we quickly go over to Pixel, you may notice that Honolulu's have changed. Initially, we knocked them out of being able to clinch, but after reanalyzing with most of the games down, we figured out that if Erie lose, that does actually clinch them. So, things can change in the middle of the week, but based on what we have, these teams need Miami to lose here. And if Miami lose, Lincoln become 1-in, and a Lincoln win would also clinch OKC and Hanoi. So this isn't the only game that will immediately clinch everyone, but it is one that's needed for them to get there. So definitely an important one. As if we go over to our stats, you can see Boston and Nate are your key players. I also believe it was announced that Melo will not be in this game, and it will instead be LZ, who is playing for the Otakus, and Miami have their full roster. So hopefully just one more second for everyone to get in, and then we'll be good to jump into this one. I think Miami are definitely the favorite. I think that is a pretty easy statement. Kyoto have put up a good fight in some of their games. They're definitely not just going to get run over in every matchup. But still, I do think it has to be said that Miami should be a stronger roster and I think should just win. So I'm going to predict in 4. I'm not going to predict a sweep, but I would not be surprised. I think if Kyoto sweep, I would be a little surprised, but Miami haven't been that good. I mean, obviously this is 11 versus 12. It is only a 1-game difference in the record. And so I think KX, great player. Boston, obviously a great player. Stim, a good third around them out. This roster is strong. Haven't quite had the results. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kyoto have had a tough season with their roster. Players they drafted not wanting to play. Both getting switched out quickly. Having to find a third. Gone through a lot. Obviously, their one win coming with Lemon is a 1-day. A couple weeks ago. So definitely been a rough season for Kyoto. And while they can't be eliminated here just yet, they're definitely getting to the end that I do believe if they lose, they will have ways to be eliminated next week. So Kyoto desperately want this win to help them stay alive. Meanwhile, Miami want this win to just start to get their momentum back up. As I do believe we might be good. We do have both teams in. We did get a 1 sec, but it looks like we might be loading. We might have a bit of lag to start. Not my favorite, but hey, hopefully not bad. And it looks like we might be good. There was latency as people were joining. Looks like we fixed. As KX, in whatever that car is, tries to pop it forward. Will eventually drop away, but gets a good bump. Boston now beat, but also gets a bump through. Stim gonna pop it forward. LZ trying to get it back out. This one will get to the mid boost. Yak trying to jump a big pinch forward. Bats it back out. LZ's there, but Stim is for the save. Now this one will pop forward again. Downfield. Stim will try to get there first. LZ gets in the way, clears it back down. Does give his life, but that's a worth it trade. Nate trying to center it again. Boston, awkward touch. LZ even on the 50. Good pressure so far for Kyoto. Okay, will drop this one down. Stim gonna play it forward. Now Yak off the right wall again. Bouncing. Just sitting here at the midfield. LZ finally gets a clear. There's no one back. Yak steals it. Unfortunately, doesn't save it, but Kyoto have the first goal. Just an overcommit on one of the rare pushes forward for Miami. It manages to get through into the net. And Kyoto have an early lead. LZ might need to play here. Gets it out to the left side, though. Now another double forward. This one bouncing towards the center. Yak not able to get that. KX instead cuts it away. Now he's awkward, though. Does flick over one, but LZ just going to steal it. Now down into the corner. Pop towards the back wall. Bouncing back out. Yak has it open. Net. It is 2-0. Kyoto add on. Just a free rebound and a free shot. Well finished by Kyoto. They now have a multiple goal lead. Still early on here. Plenty of time for the game to flip. But this is exactly the control you want coming in when you're looking for a win to keep yourself alive. As that one bounces out, and it's open for Nate now. Intriguing. Nate just kind of follows it. KX misses it. Boston, I think, expected KX to hit it. And so it's just open for Nate to kind of walk the ball in. And it's 3-0. A minute and a half in. Of course, still a lot of time. But that lead's starting to get more and more substantial here. Now this one's dropping down again. Yak still trying to stay behind it. Nate now into the corner. Nate down from the ceiling trying to get the touch forward. Not quite going to get it. Now Yak off the back wall. Bouncing right back out. LZ blocked away by Stim. Miami honestly still not sure they have a shot. There's 2 minutes to pass. It's 3-0. And Kyoto continue to have all of the push. Yak might have stolen that from his teammate. Almost got pull shot into it, but not able to put it quite on target. KX looking for another air dribble out. Now drops for the reset. Now pops it back. But it's Nate able to get it away. Now off the right side from Stim. Yak gonna tap it away, trying to follow it. LZ also in the air, will take it instead. Now another bang forward. That beats Boston. KX just pops it straight up in the air. Stim is there, but can't find a touch. Instead, it's Boston again. Down into the corner, looking for another. Popped up. And bouncing back down, KX out towards Stim, off the backboard, Boston's there, LZ saves, Stim will try for the follow, and Nate there again. Some of the first shots we've seen from Miami, and they were close, but they do not get through. Good goal line defending for Kyoto, and they will hold their 3-goal lead at least for the moment. Now LZ taken by KX. Nate out to the right wall. Space for Stim. Up to the ceiling, trying to follow it. Running out a boost. It's a perfect pass, but Yak gets a block. A perfect pass to Boston, but the shot right into the defender who dived in and cut off the angle. Now LZ gonna fake challenge. Gives up space to Miami as KX just gonna pop one forward. Not on target. LZ plays it off the side. Now keeps it in the corner. Boston trying to stay with it, staying behind it. Now 50'd out to the left. Nate still staying with it. Sim gets the reset forward. Now dropping down. Boston shot blocked away. LZ going to stay with it. Out to the right side, trying to get under it. Now going for another play forward. KX out to the side. Now Yak still trying to center it. Does get it there, but KX able to intercept. Now at 2 jump. Neither hits it. It's Yak who needs a touch, and he gets one. Sets up Yak to get another touch forward, and as we get below 1 minute, it is still a 3-0 shutout here. Boston trying to pop it forward again. This one tapped back. Now Nate down from the ceiling. Sim's already up. Played out to the side. Yak trying to pop it back in. Now it's Boston to get it up in the air. KX diving. Another one won by Nate just off the crossbar, and it's open for LZ. He gets his first, and it's 4-0. Kyoto continue to just run away with this first game. Had to deal with some pressure against them, but they get another push. They managed to remove the defense. LZ walks it into the open net. And now LZ rolls it up the sidewall again, trying to stay with this one. Yak's already in the air. Tap off the crossbar. So close on the redirect, but it's not quite on. And Miami is going to get a chance to clear the line, although not very confidently so. Now Yak dropping down again, trying to stay with it. Boston kind of overjumps it. Yak trying to take it back, catch out in front, falls to Stim. Up in the air, looking for a bump, won't find it. LZ has a save. And as the time ticks away, there's yet another clear forward. And Kyoto are not going to give up. Their season might be on life support, but they're staying with it. And they are going to take the first game here as another one rings off the crossbar to keep the shutout rolling. So Miami are going to end here without a goal on the board in the first game. Like we said, able to get some shots on the board to recover it a little bit by the end, but not able to get any of them through and past the goal line. That'll definitely be their first step. Obviously, the second, making sure they can lock down the defense. Because there are a lot of open nets, a lot of overcommits here in this first game for Miami. So, need to see those two things. As we are just waiting on everyone to get readied up, and then we should roll into the next game. You know, I mean, again, this is an important game for both sides, so I want to make sure got their strategies, whatever else. Once you get to this point in the season, you never know, especially the teams who are struggling, how locked in they are, how much they care, but hey, if you have a chance to revive the season, and they might still be thinking about it, and so definitely do want to get this win across, especially for Nate, second season in a row in this position. Maybe hoping to take a step up, like I believe they did last season. Think at least putting yourselves in the conversation for getting back into being a playoff team. And again, with only one win, definitely still in a tough spot, but with a win here, I believe they would only be one game behind with 3 to play. And their schedule isn't exactly easy, but they do still have a chance if they can get this win. And of course, it pretty much everyone except Miami wants Kyoto to win as well, because that gives another team 6 losses, which helps to bring the playoff line down to 6. So Miami, for their sake, want to win. Everyone else kind of hopes Miami lose to knock a bottom team down. As this one's cleared a long downfield. KX able to get it out to the side. Yak popping it off the corner again. Now Stim gonna flick it up. KX out to the right side. And now a bit of a miss on that one. Nate back off the corner. Yak trying to pop it back. Nate will chase it. Low on boost. Does get the redirect, and it's in. Nate gets the first goal on the board yet again. Yak pops it forward. Nate chases it down, beats KX, and rolls it in the left corner. And Kyoto are going to play from in front yet again. UK continues to get worried here. Channel points definitely on the line as Kyoto have just looked a step above so far. Able to punish the overcommits, able to hit their shots. Stim, maybe a chance, doesn't have much boost, does have the read, but the crossbar says no. It was a great play, but just not able to get it through. This one's off the corner again, dropping down. Yak able to flick it across. Nate trying to roll it back in. Stim gonna stay behind it, pops it forward. Now goes for a must-see, but Yak's just gonna play it out to the side. Now it's LZ, popped up by Boston, but he gets bumped away. KX can't find the redirect. Nate up in the air, control, reset, trying to drop it through, but Boston will take it away. Now LZ gets it out to the right wall and will get a double forward. Now popped around the outside again. KX trying to go up. It's banged away off the crossbar. So this one again dropping in. Stim up in the air. And now Nate able to take it away. KX will try to track it down. Now pops back away again. Boston trying to play it in. LZ up the sidewall. Stim trying to get it around. It's LZ to bounce it in again. KX trying to jump next. Tries to take a shot, but Yak able to deny. At least at halftime, it is still only 1-0, so definitely a better position for Miami, and they are once again getting pressure. but they gotta get those shots down and on target. We've seen a lot of balls bounce off the woodwork so far. As Boston up for this one early, taps it back down. Will get another touch to beat Nate. Following up, it is KX trying to wait behind it. Now pop forward again, no bump on that. LZ up towards the ceiling, gets it off the left side, and now another touch forward. LZ bouncing it around, Stim, gonna try to follow it. KX dunked by Yak, now out off the left side, it bounces up. KX has to leave it, and Boston will be the one to clear it. Yak dropping it down. Now KX trying to get it away again. Stim down from the ceiling. Boston trying to pop it up. KX is removed, but Boston's just going solo. He gets a bump as well, but Yak still uncontested on the clear. 90 seconds to go. Still only that one goal on the board. Nate pops this one off the corner. It'll drop back down. Stim trying to clear it away. Yak down the middle. Boston evades the bump and makes the play. Now Stim, breakaway, has the shot. KX secures it. Finally, we are tied. Miami score their first goal of the series, this time on a Kyoto overcommit. And we have a brand new ball game with 1:17 to go. Plenty of time for either side to score, so we'll see if we finish in regulation or if OT is looming. Try to get a reset here. We'll leave it back to LZ. LZ down off the corner. KX gonna pop it away. Yak will still get a touch. Now Yak staying behind it. Drops it down into the corner. Seals the boost. LZ gonna play it around. Yak hunting for a bump. Not quite gonna get there. And Nate tries to play it back in again. Another 150 down. Another one popped in by Yak, and he'll have a chance to go again. Pops it up off the corner and then gets a bump. Now Stim, 2 already up, and will be the second to make the play. Boston gonna get bumped off. Yak gonna roll it forward. Nate couldn't quite reach it. Now KX bangs this one down. Awkward for his team, although Stim will get a clear. Yak tries to bang him back in, but a little bit mistimed and not able to get a whole lot on it. Now LZ off the right side. Resetter high in the air. KX just blocks it. Nate catches it to the right. Now up high in the air. LZ 50 towards center. Stim with one diving in. He makes the play. LZ will over jump it. He'll turn around. 50s with his teammate as KX will try to clear it. Time running low here. Regulation running down. A shot here for Stim might be the last look. Boston does keep it alive. He'll try. LZ will block. And the ball will drop until we do have OT here in game number 2. Kyoto 1 goal from match point. Miami 1 from bringing us even. Nate gonna bounce this one down. Boston no boost. Has to leave it to KX, although gets away from him. Bounce across Nate. Can't quite get behind it. Yak did manage to seal that corner. Sim will try to break out, though. Holds it at the midfield. And now this one forward. LZ didn't have a flip to drop it down. Nate will have to take it back. He tries to cut. He gets removed. LZ beats another, though. Yak off the back wall. KX a good touch to pop it up, and Stim a demo. Nate now alone for a moment. He'll dive, and he will win the challenge. Now it's Stim who's alone. But he has time. He gets it off the left wall. He gets a double. Buys time for his team, as now Yak centered to Boston. He'll clear it long, and Stim will clean up the rebound. Boston's clear was off target, but they all panicked for it. It ricochets out for free, and Stim shoots through the open net, puts it dead center, but it's good enough. And we are tied. So the series right back to even. Miami looked down and out, but they take advantage of an overcommit and they manage to get a game on the board. And so as we'll move to Urban Central, we are now all tied up at 1. So Nate and Kyoto had a good start to this series, but now they're the ones who need to refine their momentum. 2 unanswered goals at the end of that last game allow Miami to pull it back. Of course, they're still outscoring by means of how one-sided that first game was, but still a task here. As again, they looked much less dominant in that second game. Miami able to push forward, get a lot of looks, although LZ doesn't even care. 8 seconds in, Kyoto score first for the 3rd time in a row. LZ just brings it down, flicks it right down the middle. And it is 1-0. Now the left side, KX gonna stay with it. Looking for the ceiling plane. Instead just drops the control. Now the 50 does have a reset, but can't get another touch. Stim trying to play it away. This one will get bounced off the back wall. Now Yak out to the side again. Trying to get it around. KX popping it out. LZ gets it to the back wall again. Now Yak around the outside. Boston beats him there. KX lurking as well. Boston up off the back wall, bouncing down. KX will go, but Nate gets a block. Now Nate, another one popped up in the air. Will look for another, but over jumps it. Yak now a tough angle. One touch forward, and then another good 50. Now this one dropping down towards center. KX staying with it. Now it comes down to Boston. Yak from the ceiling gets a good cutout. Sim now forced to work backwards. Boston trying to get it away again. Down off the back wall. KX gets it out to the right. LZ around the outside. Look for a bump. Not going to find any. Boston's dropped down his right to Yak. He'll try to pass it out, but it's dunked out by Sim again. Now it's Boston already up for it. Able to drop it down. Yak diving in. Tries to get the shot forward, but Sim able to backflip into it. Now Nate on the outside again. Over to Yak. LZ also there. I think they blocked each other. And it's 1-0 still. Now a good save by Sim. And with Sim still trying to wait on the reset down. Bounced away. Boston tried to shoot. Yak blocks it to the side. It's still in the middle. KX tries to go, but he's eventually dunked away. Now this one dropping it. Sim up off the back wall. Yak will go next. Bang up off the corner. LZ clears it forward. Boston trying to back up into it. Lets it bounce out. Yak gets the touch. It's high. And Nate can't turn it back in. Now KX still following it. Trying to get the dribble. 2 go, and they do take it away. Sim now a little bit awkward, but does get the catch. Looking for the 1v1. Fakes down, but LZ gets a good 50. Still, though, they're on top of each other in the defense, and Yak has to come clean it up. Now Yak beat by Stim up high in the air. LZ able to get a good touch away. Boston will try to return it. It's KX up next. Now this one to the back wall. LZ drops it down. Boston dunked by Yak. Now out towards the center. Stim trying to get the touchdown, but LZ takes it to the side. Now up off the corner again. Boston down off the back wall. KX trying to drop it down. Now flicked out towards center. A good save by LZ. 3 minutes gone. Now 2 to go. Still 1-0, but Miami able to equalize late in the last game. We'll see if the same can happen here. Yak trying to bring it down. Another 50 up high in the air. Of course, in that last game, we did see Kyoto not able to add on, not able to expand their lead, and that did end up resulting in their loss. Compared to the first game where they could do nothing else, scoring 4 unanswered goals, as this one will be the equalizer. Boston forces it down, and Stim cleans up. Boston just pops it off the post. Everyone dives, and there's no one covering the right side of the net. So Stim powers it in, and we are tied up for the 2nd game in a row. This one out to the right side. Stim trying to play it forward again. Up high in the air, looking for a play. 50s it down, but Yak gonna pop it out. Okay, still with it. 15th header by LZ. Yak low boost will find LZ, and he'll get a blast forward. Up towards the back wall. Stim trying to bring it down. Now diving pass. Stim still staying with it. Nate gonna pop it forward. Boston trying to drop it down. It's LZ around the outside. Now Sim still staying with it. It gets by Yak. Nate trying to pop it forward. Boston up high in the air. It'll be LZ to catch it down. 50 seconds to go. Time starting to get low again. A second OT potentially in the cards here unless we see someone break through. And for the 2nd game in a row as well, Kyoto have not looked that threatening as of late. Need to try to get their way back into the offensive half. That's a good 50 by Yak, but KX is going to catch it away. Nate will try to dive, but it's right into Stim. He'll get it forward now. Stim bringing it down. LZ gets beat. KX not able to get another. Nate up to LZ. He won't have it. It's busted up in the air. Now this one down in front. KX dives by it. LZ will have a chance. He'll just shoot it. Stim, light save, but Yak can't catch up to it. Now Yak will drop it down, holding it in the corner here. KX gonna catch. He'll get a flick. At the midfield, Nate trying to catch it. It's to Boston. He'll bang it up. There's no one in net, but Boston hits the ground. 1-1 overtime for the second game in a row. The next goal is match point. KX trying to tap it down. Yak trying to win it forward. Nate will turn. He'll try. It's high. And now working the other way. KX only Yak to beat. Yak gets one touch. Needs help. Both teammates combined to give it. Now bouncing center. It's Yak to get another clear. KX trying to center it across. Boston back into the corner again. Trying to get the double, but not quite able to get a play on it. That's 15 wide to the side. Yak trying to win it forward. Stim able to pop it up in the air. Now LZ forward. 50 up off the back wall. Dropping down again. This one out towards the side. No one able to shoot it for now. Still, though, it's dangerous. It's LZ. Low shot. Wide off the post. Out to Yak, a floater. Right back into Nate. A good block by KX. Now LZ will slow it down. He'll get a reset. 50 back again. Yak racing in, but Boston, a good prediction for the save. Now Nate trying to sit back. Grabs the corner. LZ cuts off KX. Yak racing in again. Drop down shot. Gets by Stim. And Yak gives Kyoto match point. It got awkward, but eventually they managed to break through. And Kyoto are one game away from a series win. Let's see, LZ and Yak coming up big here, helping their team to pick up that game win. And so as we'll get ready to load to Utopia Coliseum for our fourth game, the pressure is completely on the Hurricanes. Now one game away from a series loss. Need to pull it back here. And so we go. Fresh 5 minutes on the clock. Kyoto have scored first every single game. 1-2 out of 3. Can they pick up a third game win? LZ trying to get it forward. This one will go around the corner. LZ diving from the ceiling, but Boston going to keep it low. Now Yak back out to the side. LZ can turn on it. He'll pop it out. He'll drop it down on the air dribble. No one to pass to, so he'll just stay with it. Now in the other corner. And just to bump off Boston. Nate trying to center it. No one really there, but it forces Boston to jump. Yak now trying to be patient. KX will beat him, but LZ going to take it away back into their corner. Wasn't exactly controlled, but Yak still is able to get there first. Now Nate trying to play it in. This one dropped down. LZ has the shot. 1-0. Kyoto score first yet again. The center is there. The shot is there. And it's 1-0. Kyoto, yet another lead. Of course, a long game, and we've seen Miami manage to tie it in the last two. Meanwhile, for Kyoto, you want to expand on this lead, get a couple more goals through. Saw them do it in game one. Haven't been able to since then. Games 2 and 3, only getting that one in regulation, and of course, game 3 also getting the additional one in OT. Yak trying to get up for this one, drops it down. It's just behind LZ. He will get a touch to solid, but eventually Sim will take it away. Now back into the corner. Yak still staying with it. Gets it played forward now. Pinched out to the right side. It'll pop up to the ceiling and fall back down. LZ beat by KX. Now down the corner, trying to bounce around. Nate gets the clear away. Now Stim is bumped off. Nate will shoot. KX off spawn. Does make the save. We've seen a lot of demos ringing out here on the Coliseum. Fitting, I suppose. Hasn't resulted in that many more goals, though. Still only 1-0 here with about 2 minutes played. This one will get dropped down again. Cleared long. KX going to try to track it down. Pops it up high in the air. Now KX. Reset. Pop over one. Sims 50. Blocked by Nate. Boston in next. Couldn't find a touch. Now Yak trying to stay with it. One more towards net. KX pops it away, but it's not a clear. Nate right back into him, and LZ's blocked by Boston. Miami managed to hold on. Now a demo. This one's off target. They need a clear, and LZ provides. Half the game to go. Still, the 1-0 lead is holding. KXO dropping it to Stim. KX gets credit. It's a pinch, and it's 1-1 exactly at halftime. KX a good drop down, and then the flip to secure the pinch. It goes straight through. And Kyoto forced level. Brand new game here, half the clock remaining. Miami, of course, need this win to keep the series alive, as this one will bounce down. KX trying to get it out to the side. Sim trying to get a double. It'll get popped up in the air. Now around, it's Nate to stay on it. Stim down from the ceiling next. Yak trying to keep it over. Now Boston towards center. LZ gonna get it away. Pressure back on Kyoto now once again. Need to find another goal. Yak has a shot, but Stim has a save. KX up high. Stim, corner, double down. KX gets removed. There's no one to shoot it. Now they scramble. Nate up to Yak, blocked by Boston. KX gonna get a long clear. Nate gonna let it go. It is off target, but barely. Awkward touch by LZ, but that's a big pinch. Is it in? Yes, it is. LZ, his second of the game. Kyoto lead again. LZ dives into a pinch, but this time it's the wrong way for KX. And Kyoto back in front, 100 seconds to go. This one's 50 back in. Demo comes through. Nate off the corner, dropping down. KX gets beat. Yak free. It's 3-1. Nate leaves it. Boston tries to dive, but goes too far. Yak rolls it in. It is 3-1. A 2-goal lead for Kyoto. Time starting to get scarce. Boston off the back wall again. LZ off crossbar. Nate not able to finish it. Didn't have the boost to jump. This one in the corner. It's LZ chasing. He'll center. Nate is up, but the save does come through. Now Yak trying to jump, but it's Stim to get it down into the corner. Now bouncing around. LZ plays it to the side. Nate still trying to follow it. This one pinched around. Nate out towards the side. He's going to follow. He'll try to cut. Does beat everyone. Will not score, but it's more time off the clock. KX down from the ceiling. LZ staying with it. KX out to the right side. Not able to get it down. Now Yak. High pop forward. Boston trying to get it in again. Now that one in from KX. And it is a 1-goal game. 45 on the clock. And Miami get a glimmer of life. Still a tough position to be in. Lemon, like I said in the Discord, like I said at the beginning of the stream, a Kyoto win helps literally everyone except Miami. Quite simply. Miami are the only ones who want to see themselves win. As Nate trying to get it in, but it is blocked out to the side. 20 seconds to go. Double commit here. They do get a clear for the moment. Now LZ up in the air. Looking for the play. Dunked out to the side. Well, technically, but this specific game, Miami winning helps literally everyone. Like, Sim trying to get it forward. 0 seconds. They need it. KX puts it high. Boston puts it wide. He's wide again. And it will get cleared. Awkward 0-second play, but it doesn't cross the line, and Kyoto managed to hold on. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm not sure we need to say anything about that 0 second play, to be honest. I'm really not sure we need to say much there. Um, but yeah, so everyone's happy. Miami might not be, but yep. As we'll ask about an interview. We'll see. Yeah, big for Yak. Big for Kyoto. Vice, not yet. We'll flash back to our scenarios. But now you can clinch this week, and I'm going to be so shocked. Are Round Rock going to forfeit? I haven't seen that. So, I mean, I don't think they're going to forfeit. I don't think they're winning. But if Lincoln win, then now all of OKC, Hanoi, and Lincoln will clinch. I haven't seen that. So, gonna wait for that. But at the very least, I don't think that's happening though. But I mean, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. I think they're going to be heavy disadvantaged in all their games. I don't think they are fully forfeiting, but again, we'll find out tomorrow when we actually get to one of their games. Because again, they scheduled it. They didn't just not. But anyway, we are going to have an interview, and so we'll be back in just one moment. And we are back with Kyoto. It's been a rough season for you, Yak, but get another win on the board. How's it feel?
Feels good, man. Getting a win, my flipping boy, bro. Called him my boy later in as a sub. Like, genuinely, I didn't think we'd win that, but like, it feels good again, like, to get another win on the board. Because we needed that, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
And I will also ask you, stepping in as a one-day LZ, managing to get this win, how does it feel for you?
To be honest, it does feel great because I did want to play in 8-bit. Like I've always enjoyed playing in 8-bit. And last season, I had a really rough season, bro. And I had a bad like image of myself. So to be honest, coming hit like as a sub and then to like win as a sub as well just makes it even better. To be honest.
Absolutely. And of course, this one more geared towards you, Yak, being on the team permanently. Um, play the Wave next week and looking forward. You don't have the easiest schedule, but you do have pretty manageable at least 2 of the 3 weeks. Do you think you win? And do you think, well, next week, and then do you think you guys make playoffs?
A bit of a sticky one. Obviously, I don't want to say too much and get like jinxed, but like, listen, all we need is passion, and we'll just make it somehow. I trust the process. That's all I got to say, man.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, not much more I can say. What do you think changed is the one thing I will say. I mean, game one versus the rest of the series, much lower scoring, not able to get. Do you think they just kind of
Yeah,
stepped it up, or you guys
I
struggling to
think
find that pressure?
game one was just weird because like I don't think they were locked in, and then obviously like game two, game three, like they were definitely a lot more like they wanted
It
to win.
wasn't
Like it
weird.
was,
I
Yeah,
but like
wouldn't say weird.
obviously,
I'd say their defense was terrible.
yeah, fair enough.
Defense was shocking.
yeah, bro. But it is what it is, man. We brought it in. Like me and Leighton were locked in the comms, bro. Like,
Shout out to EU boys.
come on.
Absolutely. Well, that's about all I have for you guys. So, congratulations on the win, and good luck next week.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Thank you very much. Thanks for casting, bro.
Yeah, and so that does do it. Like I said, Vice, we could get people to check in on that. I don't really care about a random message in general, you know? I feel like he's joking, but obviously we'll find out tomorrow. They did schedule the game, and so we'll see. But what it does mean is if Round Rock lose, by whatever means, OKC, Hanoi, and Lincoln all clinch at the same time. So we'll see tomorrow. I think Lincoln, heavy favorites, should win that, whether the game's played or not. But we'll see. But that does do it for now. Obviously, this does put Miami in a tough spot going forward. but we'll find out. That does do it for tonight. We got 2 games tomorrow. That Lincoln game we've been talking about, as well as Erie, New Mexico, a very important Pixel game. So you don't want to miss either of those. I believe they're at 9 and 10, with Lincoln being at 9. So it should be a fun night, but that does do it for tonight. And so we'll see you back tomorrow for more Week 8 games. Make sure to tune in.